Hi, and welcome to the Computer Chronicles. I'm Stewart Cheifet. You know, most people don't realize it, but more money is spent in this country on computer games and video games than is spent going to the movies. It is a huge business, and when a really great new game comes out, that is an exciting moment if you're a gamer. So this week we thought we would bring you up to date on the best new electronic games, and quite a few of them to talk about. And start off, this is Ryan McDonald, Senior Editor with GameSpot.com. You've been here before.
Yes, sir.
You were up all night playing games, which you're going to show us one of them in just a minute. You got a couple you like, and one of them is called Hitman, which is new up here right now. First of all, what's the story of Hitman? What kind of game is it?
It's a third-person kind of shooter game. You know, it's not your typical, you know, wham bam shooting, running through, you know, trying to stack.
What's different about it?
It's more of a thinking game. You got to think about what you're going to do. You have to kind of plan your attack. You have to go ahead and like hide the bodies and.
Okay, a little brain, a little twitch.
Yeah. It's a little bit more than just running and shooting.
All right, so show us what the deal is there. So what's the storyline here?
The storyline's kind of like Point of No Return with Bridget Fonda, that cool movie a while back. Basically, you wake up in a bed with no memory or recollection of how you got there, and basically you're just told to get dressed and start learning how to fight and how to use.
Where are you? What's the deal? What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, exactly. So so here's part of the game when you just first start, and you got all these cool little knives that you can pick up over here, and you can get a couple of those, and you start learning how to use your knife.
How to kill people.
Yeah, you can use your weapons. Yeah, and you got all kinds of fun stuff like different guns and different weapons. Like here's a good old piano wire. You come up from behind and grab a hold of the person.
You will soon get the hang of this.
And you learn how to do that. So then from here, the game progresses and you get past your training, and they actually put you in the field and you start working for like the agency. And so the agency pays you money, and the money you use to buy more weapons so you can do better jobs. Yeah, you're a hitman. Okay. And so we get a little gunplay action right here.
But what's fresh about Hitman? I mean, we've had other games that were sort of a little bit of brains and a little bit of killing.
What's fresh about Hitman is its exactness, and also it's just all the different cool weapons you get to use and the gadgets.
Okay.
So there's
it's got a lot of depth to it, a lot of different things you can do.
A lot of fun toys.
Okay.
But a lot of people didn't like it at first. They had there was few small problems that the game had. But here's a little target practice for you. But once you finally get into the game and you start learning how it works and how it plays, it's actually quite good.
Okay. All right, so let's get off Hitman and go to, I know, your favorite, Red Alert 2, which you've been playing all night long.
Yes, definitely.
And let's boot that one up. While we're waiting for that to boot up, I got to ask you the question. I always ask you. I mean, people see this as these kids are learning how to steal rope wires around people's necks and shove knives in people.
Right.
Is it a bad thing for kids to be doing?
To be perfectly honest, I don't think a lot of kids are playing these games. You know, these computers cost a lot of money.
Older guys like you?
Yeah, I think mostly 18, 24. You know. Sure, I think some younger kids probably play their dads.
I mean, they say desensitizes you to violence. Easier to kill a real guy if you can kill a guy on the computer.
You know, for me, I grew up playing this stuff, so I've always known it wasn't real.
No big deal.
It's just a game.
All right, so let's get to another kind of game, Red Alert 2, which you love. You were up all night long playing Red Alert 2, right?
Yeah, Red Alert 2.
So is it like a whole series of games, right, for Command &
Conquer? Good morning. We've
It's, as you see here, there's like news reports going crazy. The story is basically that the Soviet Union has invaded the U.S.
Okay.
And so that's what sets the stage for you, being like the last commander in charge of the armed forces, and you basically got to...
Great cinematics, obviously.
It's awesome. They got lots of real actors for this. Western Studios went all out.
All right, so gameplay is, the story is?
The story is the Soviets have invaded the U.S., and you basically got to repel the forces. And there's 2 discs, actually, so you get to play both sides. You get to play as the Allied forces and the Soviets.
Okay.
So it's almost like 2 games in one, in fact.
All right, can we get to the game action itself?
Sure.
So we've seen a little bit of this.
As you can see, they'll throw a little map up here for us.
So use a real-time strategy. You got to garner your forces, keep track of all the stuff that's going on.
If anybody's been familiar with the Command & Conquer universe, they'll totally realize you know, the different units and stuff like that. But where this game picks up after Red Alert, the first Red Alert, is you can do so much more with the units now. Basically, every little tank and every little vehicle, you put different guys in it, does all kinds of different
Take us
stuff.
around the space a little bit so we can see.
It's still setting us up. And they got a little video window with Carrie War in here, and you can see the Soviets are starting to blast the Statue of Liberty. And she is going to pop up down here. You'll see her little character.
Okay.
And she's called Tanya, and she's basically like this demolition expert. She can take out all these things with like bombs. So now we're playing.
Okay.
We select her. You can hear her, saying, "Ready to go, boss." And you say, I want to sink those ships before they blow up the Statue of Liberty. And here
so this is just a lot deeper than the earlier ones. More stuff to do, more options.
Way more stuff to do. But the quality of stuff that you can do is just unbelievable. And now that it's the settings here in the U.S., you get to see cool monuments like this.
You recognize stuff, yeah.
If you're an allied force, of course, you're repelling the forces, or you're guarding it.
All right, so Red Alert 2,
Yes.
must have. We don't have time to show this, but I know there's another game you like, and this has just incredible graphics. Sacrifice. Just tell us briefly what's cool about Sacrifice.
Sacrifice is really different. It's a real-time strategy game as well, but like
gorgeous
nothing you've ever seen.
pictures.
Beautiful, beautiful game, and it's got a storyline that anybody that's into fantasy stuff will really like.
Yeah. Okay, so let's review for folks who talk about. We showed Hitman #1. Okay, that was a game you liked.
Yes.
All right, that was the violent one. Shoot 'em up. Red Alert 2.
Fantastic game.
Hey, great game. And finally, beautiful game, Sacrifice. Your 3 picks.
Good games.
Hey, Ryan, thanks
All
a
right,
lot.
Thank you.